Good evening, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Wall Street Journal newspaper headline. So, first of all, Buffalo NY digs out has storm deaths climb to at least 27. Next, China to open borders as COVID cases rises. Next, Southwest scraps thousands of flights, more cuts ahead. Next, restaurant workers return. Next, TikTok security concern revive, US push for a sale. Next, movies reach peak Pinocchio with four new adaptations. Next, hospitals shun poorer areas. Next, we comes to page number 2 in that housing slump helps inflation fight. Next, for economic calendar in that Tuesday, S&P Global release its S&P Core Logic Case Shiller National Home Price Index data for October today. Next, on Wednesday, pending home sales data is coming. On Thursday, initial jobless claims data is coming. Next, US watch in that New York warning on painkiller price guffling issued. Gouging issued. Next, six people believed killed in house fire. Next, firefighter dies from injuries battling blaze. Next, prices soared in 2022, but the hit was uneven. Next, on page number 3, in that FDA prioritizes review of overdose drug. Next, workers return to restaurants after COVID lull. Next, Oklahoma tackles a growing black market marijuana industry. Next, on page number 4, in that debt ceiling is next battle on Capitol Hill. Next, millions to lose Medicaid as enrollment rules change. Next, New York Rep elect Santos admits lying. Then on page number 5, in that student loan holders left in limbo. Next, lakes shoot over vote in Arizona dismissed. Then on page number 6, in that storm deaths rise to 27 in Buffalo area. Next, Southwest cancels flights. Next, on page number 7, in that new efforts to save uh, manatees underway. Next, push is renewed for TikTok sales. Next, movies hit peak Pinocchio. Next, on page number 8, in that drone strike on Russian base kills 3. Next, sanctions take toll on Moscow's gas productions. Then on page number 9, in that North Korean drones penetrate south. Next, Beijing deploys warplanes near Taiwan. Next, China to relax COVID travels rules. Then on page number 10, in that non-profits eschew poor areas. Next, on page number 11, in that start saving your life stories. Next, rolling in a style crafted for VIPs. Next, on page number 12, in that these tips can fix 99% of your tech problems. Next, Cheeky Library builds social media fan base. Next, on page number 13, in that a sketch of a great collections. Next, on page number 14, in that the great sports stuff in 2022. Next, the empathy little leaguer. Next, John Madden and Van Scully. Next, Darwin Stanley and the South Carolina Gamecock. Next, the epic New Jersey stripped bass blist of December. Next, college softball and college volleyball. Next, Fig Newton explains state of college football. Next, on page number 15, in that it's Joe Biden border now. Next, Kissinger sees a global leadership vacuum. Next, what is a geopardy? Jeopardy. Next, on page number 16, in that the Christmas grid emergency. Next, the letter of the editor in that the purpose of cryptocurrency. Let's debate. Next, judging the last act of the Jan 6 committee. Next, Jenkins is nothing if not consistent on FPI. Next, Brown U replies on rule against caste operation. Next, where critics of Bush cowed. Next, Bob's your uncle at Disney. Next, catch in the bureaucratic net. Next, Congress lets down Afghan elites. Next on page number 17 in that Putin cannot count on the global oil market. Next, Democrats hold the Senate and liberal justices suddenly get old. Next, the return of Lula and the judicial threat to Brazil democracy. Then on page number 18 in that US steps up raids against Islamic State. Next, Egypt bets heavily on new capital. Next, 8 groups suspend Afghanistan effort after women banned. Next, attack suspected faces hate crime charges. Next, NATO investigates shooting incidents. Next, the Taliban said women would no longer be allowed to work for NGOs. Then on page number 19 in that spec boom ends in frenzy of liquidation. Next, Tesla suspends work at Shanghai factory. Next, firms wait IPO beyond China mainland. Next, Wall Street nailed profits, missed market. Next, hits like the Top Gun squeeze sequel buoyed the movie box office in 2022 to a point. Next on page number 20 in that Tesla stock is headed for its worst year ever. Next, big hits buoyed box office. Next, Tesla halts production at plant. Next, for a company this old, we move pretty fast. Next, spec boom ends in burst. Then we comes to page number 21 in that new drugs hit multi-million milestone. Next, trust your source, trust your decision. Next, fantastic hires CFO for collectibles arm. Next on page number 22 in that EVs get more pricey to own in Europe. Next, China firms wait IPOs abroad. Next, gasoline powered models win out. Next on page number 24 in that analyst missed on markets. Next, Alliance Berlinstein executive takes on finance operations. Next on page number 28 in that China would not spoil the Fed's soft landing. Next, at sea looks crafted to last. Next, Wall Street Fed flopped in trying to predict 2022. That much for today. Thanks for watching.